Hello, sorry for that. Our software linked to the wrong thing because it decided to, despite saying it was on the right thing. Quick audio test. Yep, there's the clicking. Okay, so. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me. My name is Isaac Fox, and I am the writer, graphic designer, creator, one of the editors, the guy who packs and ships your comics, and the one who does pretty much everything at Astral Ticket Comics, minus the artwork itself. Well, quite a bit. First off, thank you for joining me tonight as I unveil what is the single biggest announcement of my life. It's the biggest announcement of my career, and the biggest announcement in the history of Astral Ticket Comics. There's a reason you guys haven't seen me at all for like a month, and this is part of why. And you're probably going to see me a little bit less as this develops because it's going to be demanding a lot of my time. But at the same time, something we've always been... yes, Diablo Spawn, this will be safe for work. Yes, this is actually safe for all ages to watch right now. You'll find out more about that in a few minutes, but for right now, this is safe for all ages. Your children could sit in the room and watch this with you. You'll be safe. Not quite as big as that, John Doe, but something I'd argue is kind of better because I'm not being held by the restraints of them. There is something we hear a lot in the comic world from people, and I'm sure my fellow creators out there have heard this many times, and we all sigh and roll our eyes every time we hear it because it's frustrating, but we hear it quite a bit. Someone will come up to our table at a convention or see one of our posts on social media, Foxy Comics with 2 X's on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Twitter, and say a tired, tedious phrase. Let me know when it's an anime or a TV show. Always, always, always hear that, and it's got me looking like this right here. Every time. Well, about that. Well, there you have it. This is a quick announcement, but there you go. The Manticore is getting a fully animated pilot episode with a full custom soundtrack, sound effects, and the works. Everything you would expect from an anime you'd see on platforms like Crunchyroll or HiDive. Only this probably be safer for HiDive, as we are planning to do a safe for work and not safe for work variant. So you get the fan service you guys have learned to love in our comics, but if you don't want that, you can also get a version we are planning to do that won't have that. It's a pretty easy edit, actually. Penn Station is a new studio we're working with. This will be coming soon to Kickstarter. This is being created in cooperation with Penn Station Studios for their debut in the animation world. They are a team of seasoned and experienced animators who have pulled together to do the same thing I've done with Astral Ticket Comics. Build a studio of like-minded individuals and talent to bring something beautiful and fun to the world. More on that Kickstarter will come in the near future. Thank you so much for being here. If you sit there and look at comics and go, oh, I'd check that if I was an anime, well, guess what? Now you can. But we will need your help to make that happen. I'll be running a Kickstarter for this animation for Penn Station Studio in the very near future. More info on that as it develops. For now, let me see what questions. Looks good and bouncy. Oh, yes. The other animations are also done, just not in this little teaser trailer, and they are also equally as bouncy. They definitely, we invested a great deal of time, energy, and the top men into jiggle physics for this. Where do you watch it, Jason? Well, right now, the trailer is going to be here on a post trailer tonight here on YouTube. It will be available via Kickstarter in the near future, and through that, you guys will be given a direct download link on how to get it when you back that campaign. In addition to some other fun things we're working on around that coming up. This has been the bulk of my focus. It split with Succubus number 4, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it, Succubus number 4 is now in its final 3 days on Kickstarter, and any item marked Kickstarter exclusive is not going to be available in the backer kit, and it will not be available ever again, including anything numbered, remarked, etc. Those are one and done. Once they're gone, they are gone. The length I can't say quite yet. It's not going to be an hour long. No, that would be very difficult to do. That would be a little bit beyond current capacity. This is a pilot, so what has happened is I was approached by Penn Station's chief. I've worked with her before on some things. She's actually the one who, solo, by herself, she did the Cremisi animation, if you guys recall that. There was a big Star Wars homage. Not Star Wars, Outlaw Star. But this time, she has an entire studio with extremely talented people. We bring back our audio engineer who wrote the Manticore song, who's doing all of our sound design, all of our music, and all that fun stuff for it. I wrote for them a script, which will follow the Manticore's main cast of Sally, Desba, Chiho, and Sina, escorting an elven diplomat to a meeting. And unlike in most video games, this escort mission is actually fun and entertaining and bombastic and sexy a little bit. A lot of good things we want. That we've always been wanting to do. Is Eric going to sing more? I don't know. I don't know that yet. I have to ask him. I have not asked Mr. Bruch about his vocal talents, if he can lend them to us again. But we are planning some things for that. There will be some talents you may recognize that may be a part of this upcoming. Something we have been dreaming of since day one, always getting something animated. Penn Station approached us looking for an IP to animate to debut their studio in the world. And in that case, originally we thought Succubusted might be the one to go to. But after running some workshop and playing around with it, we figured out that Manticore is a better choice to animate and run with. Since we would want to do a safe for work version so that we can capitalize on that audience, of course, and get people that don't want to see blatant fan service involved and have Manticore allows for that. Succubusted does not allow for that. It's pretty much guaranteed you're going to see some succubus butt and booba at almost any moment in time in that series. We are going to need your guys' help to make this happen. We'll be running a Kickstarter for it in the near future. That budget is set to $3,000. So, just so go ahead and get that out of the way, that money that we are raising for that is going to the animation studio. This money goes to them and their animators to help them get their studio going and off the ground. I am on board as the writer and just making sure that everything Manticore is canonical, so it stays accurate. So for instance, Sally's not going to be using fire magic, and Chiho's not going to be a physical weakling. Things like that. I will be running their campaign for them for a goal of just $3,000, and we'll get that, and that will give us everything we need to finish off making the pilot episode. It's a little bit different in that when we go to Kickstarter for this, it will not be finished when the Kickstarter launches because animation is vastly more costly, time-consuming, and difficult compared to a comic book. And yeah, I would agree, Mies. I think that Manticore fits into the current flavors of anime a bit better, with isekai being such a popular thing, high fantasy definitely coming back in a strong way. I think Manticore is going to be the perfect thing for that. It was designed from the ground up when I wrote the comic to eventually take this form. More of a shot in the dark and a long, childish dream, perhaps, and somehow I was approached with this being a possibility. We are working with our animators right now to make this happen. Let's be a different mission. Yes, this mission is not from the comics. It is exclusively an animated mission. It is not in the comics. It will not be in the comics. This adventure of theirs is only going to exist in animation form. When it takes place canonically, that doesn't matter. That's not irrelevant here. The Manticore is also our second comic of this year, with the Manticore the Goblin Trap Part 1 coming out after Succubus's number 4 is finished up. I will probably run this Kickstarter for the animation first and then get that out, so you can expect to see the very first mission of the Manticore's comic adventures later this year. That comic is already 99% done. We're just finishing up a couple edits and coloring. The animation has been started. It's making very good progress. I'm very pleased with what they're doing. I'm very pleased with the sound design. Everything they're doing on this, I have to choke back tears just watching it, and I hope you guys will like it. How successful must be to get more? I don't know. What I have told this studio is simplicity is key, and let us keep it simple and smooth for the very first debut of this, see how people react to it. I've never done the animation side of Kickstarter. I have no idea what the people over there are like, how receptive they are to new things, even though it exists already in a comic form. It'll be on a new Kickstarter account, so it doesn't have the following Astral Tickets does, but of course, if you're on Astral Tickets account, you already know I'm gonna smash you in the face with it, saying, hey, come look at this thing, look, this thing, it exists, look at it. MKV more of a compressed format. I have to ask the animators that. That is a phrase. That's not my as cliche as the phrase is. That's not my department. I have to ask them what it's going to be. But it will be distributed. It'll be distributed via download, where you guys can get it yourselves. After that, it will probably be a paid download from either Penn Station or our website. Not sure yet. We're still working on that. Probably closer to Q3 than Q2, because of time. I have to, again, this is early stages. We are enough now where we can say what it is. I don't plan on putting DRM software on it. The Manticore is already copywritten with the U.S. Department of Copyright, so it's already legally owned. The animation is part of that. Anything with the Manticore name, all that is owned by myself and Astral Ticket Studios, with Penn Station Studios having written permission from us to be allowed to distribute it themselves when it's done and show it off to future potential clients and animations. If it gets second episode, that would be amazing. If it does well on Kickstarter, again, 3,000 is the goal, which isn't a huge amount of money, especially for animation. Their studio is based out of the Philippines, so luckily that money goes a long way. Thank you, Media Rusty Brain, for subscribing. Appreciate you very much. I don't do YouTube very often, but I do appreciate that. Also, Icon of Flesh, I didn't see you. That name is pretty amazing. That sounds like a Darkest Dungeon boss. That's pretty awesome. The Icon of Flesh. But I don't know if we will. Animation, again, is a new beast to me. I have never fought this creature before. I don't know what it's going to be like. It's going to be new for me to do this, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go, but I will do everything in my power to make sure it goes well, and I'll be pulling all of Astral Ticket's resources to help with that, as well as perhaps offering some incentives from the comic itself. We intend to have a couple of different reward tiers for it. Again, animation is a new beast to me. The animation side of Kickstarter it seems to be either a success or flop, with little in between from what I saw on there. Thank you, Christopher Snyder, for your subscription. I appreciate you. It looks like actually, funny you say that, John Doe. Their lead animator is actually contacted me just yesterday asking to do some of that. So we'll see where that goes, and hopefully we do get more cards. It's been a dream of mine forever to have anything animated. As you guys may remember, we did do an animation a while ago that was for Kermesi. That was the Outlaw Star one. That was a big one to me. It was brand new. Oh my, that was the wrong thing. I was actually going to pull that up for you guys just so I could pull it up here, but give me just a minute to fight it. I didn't have that pre-programmed. I will actually pull that up if you guys want to see it. Let me see how to do that again. If you guys have any questions about the animation and what's coming, please let me know. I'll be happy to help as absolute best I can. I'll be in the Discord answering some questions. I have an interview a little bit later today, but hello, Michael Fisher. Don't worry, I'm going to show it again so you guys can see it one more time before I'm out for the night. But yes, anime is the exact right answer. Only this time, the anime is us, and it is real. This is not a anime coming. Hypothetically, this is an anime that's 100% being worked on as we speak. Our lovely, lovely team of animators are working on it. They're doing a fantastic job with it. Let me get something else, just in case you guys are curious. This was just from one animator that we did before, so it doesn't have a team on it. This has an entire team. Chris, don't worry, I'm playing it again in just a minute. I'm playing something else first, but I will absolutely be playing that again in just a minute for you guys. As I pull up one little thing here to show you. I didn't have it pre-built. Because of course I didn't. Yes, that is. This will have. I mean, the jiggle physics will still be there, but at this point in time, I feel like you'll see more than that if you walk to a public mall or a beach. So I don't think that's too much of a concern. As I continue to hunt for something here. Is this what I'm looking for?
Since the development of...
Nope, that's not right. Will there be a clean and not clean version? Yes, that is the plan. Everything I'm saying can be subject to change, as animation is a much more difficult beast than what I am used to tackling. And admittedly, I have not worked animation before, so it's a little bit different compared to what I am used to. All the same, we are going to do everything in our power to make sure that this goes as smoothly as possible. It has always been a dream to do this. I had always thought that Cremisi would be the animated one, but we have found more success and positive and better feedback with the Manticore. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let me just do this. Boop. Grab something else for you guys here. 1 second. I'm sorry. Today has been a rough day. I actually woke up sick, so I'm way behind schedule. So that is on me. I'm afraid I woke up very under the weather. I'm not planning on voicing out a character. Stop. There you go. Why must it be so dumb and fight me? If you guys are familiar, I'm going to play this really quick. This was the animation that she did, that Himeno did by herself for us for Cremisi number 5. That was, well, if you've seen Outlaw Star, you'll see very clearly where the inspiration for Cremisi came from. Nope, that is not in the right spot. I can't see it. I'm sorry. Give me 1 sec. Oh, boo, don't do that. Why? Why do they make OBS so pain to work with sometimes? Let's try that. So that was from Himeno, who is the lead animator of this project, but she's not the only one doing it. For now, guys, we're gonna watch them. I'm gonna run it by one more time for those who got here late, and then I actually need to get going myself. I have another show I do tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is in 20 minutes, and unfortunately, I have been rather under the weather today, so I need to freshen up a bit. But Why would I do that? Why would you move? So, there you have it. The Manticore is getting a fully animated pilot episode coming to Kickstarter in the very near future with a funding goal of $3,000 US. And that's all I got tonight, guys. This is the biggest thing I've ever possibly dreamed of. And I'm hoping it goes well. I'm hoping you guys like it. And the ultimate best case scenario would be it goes really well and we get to do more episodes. But we will see what happens. And Chris, yes, you should go see Eric Braw. And when you see him, tell him he's your favorite bear, and we'll see what he says about that. Eric is a great guy, so hopefully we will be seeing more of him. Actually, in the next issue of the Manticore, we see more of Eric. So that's all I got, guys. I am gonna head out and get ready for another thing I have to do tonight. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you Chaos Pixie. Thank you Michael Fisher, Chris Style, John Doe, Heard of Me, Diablo Spawn, Daniel Wolf, everybody. You guys are great for being here. I will post the animated trailer for this onto our YouTube in just a few minutes for you to watch at your leisure. See you guys then. Have a great night. And please don't forget to check out Succubus #4 in its final days on Kickstarter.